Hello there, I am Puppo1, and this is AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, rankings number 10. And basically, this is the rankings after we got done with Show 9A, Show 9B, Show 9C, and pay per view number 9. So, there's going to be a little quick video just to recap what happened or what transpired. So, we had these champions right here. They was able to retain and defend their Faction 3 championship. So congrats to them. Also, the Cabetas was able to retain and defend their belts for the Cabetas championship. They have now finally put an end to their feud with the other team that was the Cabetas champions. So congrats to those two teams. You know? Next, we'll move on to the KO division. So, starting at the bottom, working our way to the top. So, the new fifth spot is the Beast Rex. Congrats to him. Fatal was able to beat the Savage Rage, so he's going to get another shot at number contenders match, and he's going to be going against Midas Punch. So Fatal and Midas Punch gonna be in the number one contenders match. While we have the Savage Rage, he's gonna be taking on the Beast Rex. So we have two boxers who use martial arts style going against two, all arounders who use Fatal is more of a striker, but on the Savage Rage, even though he's more so a striker, he's more so an all rounder, as in like an MMA fighter and stuff like that. But, you get what I'm saying. Moving on, we're going to go to the grappling division. Oh, and you already know, winning at the very top after his second consecutive title defense is Karate Master. Next, we have Volkan. And he is still the, grappling champion. And we got to talk a little bit about him before we start working our way from the bottom to the top. 8 consecutive title defenses. He has 8 consecutive title defenses. I mean, what else is there to say? I think he actually may have 9, but right now it's 8. I'm trying to figure out if he had to defend the belt twice in any of the pay-per-views and stuff like that, because he's had the belt since probably no, I think his first time he became champion, he had to defend the belt twice. Yeah, because I think Rickson Gracie had to defend against him, because Rickson Gracie was, Fight for Gold champion before, and I think he did challenge Volkan for his belt. Yeah, so that's probably when that occurred and stuff like that. But anyway, 8 straight title defenses. He probably be the first person to make it a 10. But Rickson Gracie, oh man. He wish he never lost to Russian Tiger, because he's got to take on the super heavyweight, the Unstoppable Tank. And then Alexander Kurland and Russian Tiger, they have been going back and forth. They both have wins over each other, but this is going to be the first time, Rickson Gracie and the Unstoppable Tank have met. And, the Gracies and jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, Royce Gracie was known for taking out bigger men than him doing the early UFCs, the first one and the second one, and I forget which other ones he was in. I'm starting to think it was rigged, because I've been watching some YouTube videos and they was talking about how the brackets were set up and stuff like that. So, this, that, and the other. It wasn't set up for him. I don't mean the fights were fixed, but the way they set up the brackets, it was making sure that Rickson Gracie, not Rickson Gracie, he wasn't part of the UFCs because they wouldn't pay him what he wanted to get paid, but Royce Gracie matchups were tailor made so that he wouldn't spend so much energy moving on to the next fight, because if you remember the early UFCs, you fought 3 times in one night. So some of the matchups were set the way they were for he wanted to exert his energy and stuff like that. He had easy matchups. I think his first ever opponent was that it was a black dude who was a boxer, and he came into the fight with one boxing glove on. Something was strange about that. And he got tapped out almost immediately. You know, didn't exert no type of thing. So like, as far as people saying the fights were fixed, I don't think that was fixed. I think the structure of the tournament was fixed so that he wouldn't exert energy, so he'll be able to win the tournament in the best way possible. Like the harder matchups was probably sent elsewhere in those early tournaments, but only like a few of them looked like they was actually like great fighters and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Volkan, congrats. You have 8 consecutive title defenses. I mean, that's the longest title defense reign I think on here because like I think the last one was it was either Chaos. I think it was Chaos because Rage I think he lost his belt before Chaos had lost the 1 or 2 times that he lost to what's his name Scott Thornton or whatever. But let's move on. You know, from the Yakuza 4, Lion and Spider, they are going to be taking on Andre the Giant and Tiger Mask. Man, Andre the Giant, he has a tag team partner, and then if you know anything about the double team division, all 4 competitors are in the match at the same time. So that's going to be a rough one for the Yakuza 4. But guess what? You know, Steve Williams and Terry Gorey, Death and Gore, they were able to take them out. So, like, hopefully, Yakuza 4's Lion and Spider can do the same. But, man, if anything, Death and Gore got the hardest matchup because, man, Mass Indeed is now in a number 1 contenders match. I think they have only lost, this is only the second time ever they lost their belts. But they usually win them right back at the next pay per view. But like Steve Williams and Terry Gordy are gonna have something to say about that. And congrats to the Funk Brothers on their first ever title reign. You know, got their first defense and everything. So Funk Brothers, I said Terry Gordy, Terry Funk, and Dory Funk Jr. Congrats to them. Moving right along. And yeah, 3 different title defenses. So he has lost the belt twice to freaking Scott Thornton Chaos. He has 7 title defenses. Yep. Now, shoot, at least he keep on winning his belt back. Not a lot of champions ever win their belt back. Only a few of them have ever won the belt back after losing it. So kudos to him. He felt competition, real competition, and he was able to surpass it and come back and win his belt. But Scott Thornton is not only a pain in the side of Chaos sometimes when they face off, but definitely for Jumbo Tsuruta and freaking Justin Liger. Justin Liger and Jumbo Tsuruta, they go back and forth with who wins between them two, but Scott Thornton always destroys the both of them. So, you know, that's a problem. I'm not sure if Chaos and Justin Liger have ever faced off though. That's the only matchup I'm not too sure about. But they may be able to face off if Liger can beat Thornton. They may be able to face off if that happens. Moving right along. And congrats on him. He has 7 title defenses. You know, Chaos. I gotta mention that. Kudos to him. Next up, we have Judo King, aka JDK. And he has only his 2nd title defense. He has 3 title defenses. So, you know, congrats. Oh, also, Tenryu, congrats to him. I forgot to say it. Congrats to him on winning the 5th spot for the PW division. I gotta always mention that. And also, yeah, we already talked about that, but yeah, because that was a real competition, that 5th spot chance that he had to go through Tenryu and stuff like that. I immediately just skip over him like that without mentioning his name. Yeah. All right. And I got the 5th spots on there because of this crap. I put S on there for this or like that, so that's my bad. Where it says 5th spots. Moving right along, we have the MMA divisions rankings number. Oh wait, MMA division, and we have. I already mentioned JDK. So let's go through the other stuff. The Grim Solus, the Solus Grim the Solus, or however I want to pronounce that. He is the new fifth spot. Congrats to him, but those congrats are short lived because he is going against the amazing one, Jake Shock. And that is, man, Jake Shock, I thought he was going to not lose and go all the way to the freaking title, but he ended up losing. But, like, that ain't the end of him. That is not the end of him. But the Grim Solus, if you know anything about the Grim Solus, his character was created based off of, the Savage Rage. And you know how good he is at the KO division, so that's gonna be something. Now, if the Savage Rage ever gets kicked out of the, he gets all the way down to the point where like he's eliminated from the KO division, I'm thinking of putting him in the MMA division. I think he'll do well off in there because his style, for the most part, has kind of been like towards the later part of his KO division matches where he'll start to use more grappling and submission stuff. And I'm pretty sure he can get a finish by submission or TKO and the what's the name? Because you only need 2 knockdowns now to win in the freaking what's the name, in the MMA division. But right now he's still ranked in the KO division and stuff like that. So that could be a new possibility. He could one day be that champion. Moving right along. Oh yeah, Masakazu Funaki. He's gonna be in another number 1 contenders match. He failed to beat Judo King, and he's gonna be going against Boom, somebody else who has faced off with Judo King before. And I think this is gonna be a rematch between these two. Yeah, so that'll be good. But like I said, as far as like the MMA and Absolute divisions go, they are the divisions where I have made the most drastic of changes to like the rules and stuff like that. The grappling in the MMA division, so like you're gonna be seeing things kick up and be a little bit more competitive as far as those divisions are concerned and stuff like that. All right, now we have the Fight for Gold champion, and he went after the Absolute Championship. And the thing is, I wasn't sure I was going to put him in the PW title match or Absolute Championship title match, but I was like, since this is his first ever, and who knows if he'll win the Fight for Gold Championship again, I have him go for the Absolute Championship. Because even if he loses in his title challenge for the Absolute title, he had got 3 eliminations. You need 2 eliminations or more, so 2 or 3 in order to be part of the Fight for Gold Championship match again. And guess what he ended up doing? He ended up getting 3 eliminations. So let's see if he was able to cash in, become the Absolute Champion. And it turns out it didn't happen for him. He always got next time, because if he can win the belt again, he can go after the Absolute, whoever is the Absolute Division's champion. Because remember, the Fight for Gold champion, he doesn't challenge another champion to the very end of the pay-per-view. So after every title has been defended, then the Fight for Gold champion gets to decide which title he's going to go after. So if you're the Fight for Gold champion, you're the first match at show A, and you're the last match of the pay-per-view. So you get to see the landscape and see who you may want to challenge and stuff like that. And unfortunately, he ended up losing to Mark Kerr, the Smashing Machine, who now has 2 title reigns. This is his 2nd title reign, and he has 3 defenses. And I'm gonna talk about the number 1 contender and the Hunter right quick. So Fujirama and XMA, I don't know how many matches they have had, but like those two have been in the Absolute division for a while now. I'm not sure who got into the Absolute division first, but they've been there for a while. I think it was probably Fujirama who's been there longer. But one of them has been champion before, and Fujirama is still looking to try to become champion for the first time in the Absolute division. But now that that's out of the way, man, the match to watch in the Absolute Division is about to happen at Show B, and it will be a ranking match. And it is between DD4 Blaze, Thy Demon, versus the Inferno. This will be only their third time meeting up. And the reason that's so significant, because the other times they have met up have both been in fifth spot chances. Okay? They only ever met up in the fifth spot chance. Okay? They only have ever met up in the fifth spot chance. So, no, this will be their second time ever meeting. The first one was in the fifth spot chance. Yeah. Yep. Yep, this would be their first time. This would be their second time ever meeting up, because they fought at the I forget, because they fought at the fifth spot chance for show 8C, and that time DD4 Blaze took the victory, and I decided not to put final in another fifth spot chance qualifier tournament, because it came down to him and DD4 Blaze, and they both eliminated the other 4 or 5 competitors. Let me go back and look real quick, because we could go to it. Let's go to the pay-per-view real quick, if I can tell you what I'm talking about. Like right here. No, it's not at the pay-per-view. What is it? Show A? Yeah, show A. So, look. So, where's that? The results of it? Look at that. They both defeated the other 2 people. And like, I'm not... Like, you see it like this, but I'm talking about, I think they got sub 10 minutes, both of them, with their victories, stuff like that. It was like pure domination for the both of them. And they faced off, and they match could have gone either freaking way. Yeah, so this is an extremely good rematch that's going to end up happening between these 2 right here. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to this rematch right here. That's the main thing I wanted to talk about. So either DD4 Blazes have to go into his third fifth spot chance, or Final is going to be going into his third fifth spot chance. Because remember, they both were in the fifth spot chance at freaking pay-per-view 8, and you know that since DD4 Blaze is a former champion and he came from fifth spot chance qualifier tournament, you know he's already been in one previously before show 8. So, yeah, that's what's going to end up happening, man. They're going to end up, one of them is going to end up in their third fifth spot chance. And this is only the second time they ever fought. Because you remember, D4 Blaze got kicked out of the division when Mark Kerr, who was the Fight for Gold champion, beat him and took the belt from him. So he got to be part of the fifth spot chance, but if he didn't win the fifth spot chance, then he was going to automatically challenge for his title again. So that's why he had to go through qualifiers again for the Absolute Division. So I know that DD4 Blaze does not want to go back into the fifth spot chance again. He wants to get back to that title as soon as possible. And I know Final, who just went through his second in a row fifth spot chance, does not want to go through a third one. So that's going to be a real important matchup. So that concludes this video, and congrats to all the new champions, and congrats to those who retained their titles, congrats to those who moved up in the rankings, and congrats to those who are still in the rankings, because like even if you ain't move up in the rankings, at least you're still in the rankings, because some people left. There's a few of y'all who left out of the rankings, So congrats to all, and thank you for watching. If you like the content and the matches, stuff like that, I'm not sure when I'm going to get to show 10A, because I'm thinking of possibly making some more characters or whatever like that to put on here, stuff like that. I think I talked about it in other videos where I want to make a team of 3 or possibly 4 or 5, where like they're probably a team of 4, because we only got the faction of 4 and stuff. We got the combatants in the faction of 3. My bad. The combatants, which is 4 and 4, and then the faction of 3, which is 3-on-3. So it's either gonna be a team of 3 or team of 4. But I want them all to have like pin and finisher, cause I ain't know that like what's it called? I ain't realized that like the Orange Crunch pin, which is Kawabushi's finisher. I didn't know that was his level 2 finisher. I thought that was his level 1. His level 1 finisher is the Burning Hammer. And then like I'm not sure what somebody else's finisher is going to be. I thought it was going to be like the helicopter or spiral bomb, because those are cool finishers to me. The helicopter power bomb, cell power bomb, or the spiral power bomb. They're basically the same type of power bomb, except for one the person's like on a roller coaster or something when they falling down. The helicopter one, and then the other one like they're up in the air and then they get slammed straight down and stuff. You know what? I may use those two power bombs and stuff like that. Yeah, I may use those two power bombs. Because I was thinking of possibly creating a character who has the Jack Knight power bomb, but like that to me, I like the Jack Knight power bomb, but I like it more if it wasn't a pinning maneuver and stuff like that. Because it's a pinning maneuver, and because it takes so long, I don't really want to give that to somebody. I think that's one of the longest finishers to execute it. The Jack Knight. Not Jack. My bad. Not Jack Knife Powerbomb. My bad. I was talking about the Jack Hammer, not Jack Knife. The Jack Hammer or Sledgehammer, whichever one you want to call it. I think it's called Sledgehammer on here for Bruiser Brody, but when Goldberg used it, it's called the Jackhammer. Yeah, his is called the Jackhammer, and Bruiser Brody, who probably invented the move, or probably Bruiser Brody was wrestling way before, what's the name, Goldberg, in like the 80s. I'm not sure if he wrestled in the 70s as well, but yeah, it's called the Sledgehammer where he uses it, and the other one is called the Jackhammer. Yeah. All right, so until the next one, hope you enjoy. Like the video if you want to, subscribe if you want to. If you share, that's up to you, or whatever like that. Until next one later, hope you enjoy. Gonna probably, if I don't make new characters for the app for AOS Virtual Person 2, I may end up making them I definitely want to at least try to make some characters for the what's the game called again? SmackDown versus Raw 2007, because I just really like that game. 2011 is gonna be played on the PSP on my new phone, and as far as Here Comes the Pain, I like doing the matches, but I just don't like the way the game is structured. So like, that's my dilemma with even attempting to make the characters, even attempting to make it pump up 001. Like, if I'm to make characters on there, they'll probably just be straight up superhero characters or some stuff like that, with the way that game is structured and everything. But like, even then, I don't really care to really make characters on that game. All right, later.